Throwback weekend is still significant for NASCAR.
Yeah, I think Throwback weekend is always cool, just to see some old paint schemes that you haven't seen before, even show light on some that NASCAR fans maybe would never get to see before. So, my Throwback this year is my family sprint car. It's something that I've always wanted to do and just never really had the opportunity to do it. And this year, Mahindra had plans for something else, and I was kind of flat out asking, hey, this is something I've really wanted to do. My grandpa's still around to see it. Like I wanted him to be able to see this before something happens. So. Yeah, we decided to do it. It's cool. We've got every name of every person that's ever driven for Briscoe Racing since 1976. There's over 14 National Sprint Car Hall of Famers. On the back of the car, there's like a picture collage of me and my dad and Jack Hewitt in the car. My dad and Jeff Gordon racing side by side. There's just a lot of cool stuff into that paint scheme. It's not the most flashy or exciting paint scheme, but it means a lot to me and my family. So appreciate Mahindra letting us do it, and it's really cool to go back to that paint scheme. Something I haven't ran in a long time.
Thank you, Jason.
Seems like all four SHR cars are working together better this year. Can you kind of describe the cohesion chemistry the team has, even in the face of uncertainty?
Yeah, I feel like over the off season, the drivers probably spent more time together, and just everything this year has been better from a standpoint of just a team side of things. Not that we weren't a team before, but we're almost more 4 individual teams than just one organization, and now I feel like we're trying to really work more as one organization. And the teams from the crew chief side, the driver side, even the crew guy side. Like there's times in the past where I felt like some of my crew guys maybe didn't even know other crew guys inside the organization. Where now, like, we all kind of hang out, and the 41 guys, the 10 guys, all of us kind of hang out and do different stuff together. So I just feel like from a whole, we're just in a way better place. And obviously there is a lot of uncertainty, and that's where I think you got to stay strong. If you start cracking from the inside, then that's when things just go really bad really, really quickly. So, with all the rumors and stuff, I guess I've had a little bit of experience with this just from, my BKR days in the truck series. That team did shut down, and we were still able to win our last race ever as a company. So I think just being able to experience that early on in my career has helped me a little bit, just trying to keep guys focused and motivated for whatever may come. And that's the big thing, is trying to stay positive and control what you control.
All right, thank you, Chase.
How much fun is that for you? Because clearly there's so much pressure here. Can you just go and have a good time at in the car store?
Yeah, I think for me it's just I kind of get to work on the car again. You're so much more in control of that kind of racing. I think people don't realize that. With me, I always worked so much on the car and was so involved in the preparation and practice and qualifying and everything, right? Like, it just kind of brings you back to what got you here, and it's just fun to go do with those guys. So all in all, I'm looking forward to go doing it. I think it'll be hard. Every time I go back and run those cars, it gets harder. So I expect next week it'll be pretty tough, but I think we can have a good day.
Do you feel any extra pressure right now to perform better with SHRs and certainty and all that going on?
Yeah, I think we all should. We all read it on the internet over and over again, right? Obviously, where there's smoke, there's fire. All we can just go out and do is just try to do our best each and every week, and really all of us, we can all talk about pressure and different things, but the reality of it is that we're all trying to do the best we can each and every day, right? And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it don't. And for us, we're just going to keep trying to do the things right, do everything we can to keep running up front and see what happens.
Does it help to have somebody like Rodney to kind of steer the ship, because he's been through that before with MWR?
Yeah, I think there's one thing that I've learned throughout this process is that, and there's just honestly not a better person, I think, in this garage and leader than Rodney. I think that I'm so fortunate to really have him. I knew when I was coming in this, I knew I was fortunate to have Rodney, but after working with him, you don't realize the type of person and the leader that he is. And I think that's the respect that he carries. It's going to be important to keep the wheels on the train, right? That's the reality of it, and I think there's no person better to do that than him.
Is there a bond between you, the drivers, there right now with all this going on, or is it more competitive because you guys are trying to, if something happens, you guys want to still be there? Is there more like a bond, going through all this?
Well, I think we all need to, push each other to get better and work together. I don't think we should throw somebody under the bus because they miss a meeting. I wasn't really impressed with that. I think that, for me, I think we just need to keep working together the best we can and keep trying to build. Our cars have speed, right? They're better than they look, and I feel like when our cars handle, like, I think that we can move up front, and we just have to keep building on that, letting our crew chiefs continue to work together, and just build upon that relationship that we all have, and keep trying to get improved throughout the summer.
So back to the All-Star race, new pavement, the tire option if you get in the main event. What do you look forward to as far as the new pavement? And I'm really looking for the tire option. I know you got a race to win, but
yeah,
think about that.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be tough. A repave's a hard place to do that, right? So hopefully it does what we want. The fear that I have in it is that everybody's kind of just going to do the same thing, right? Like that's where you need to. That's the tough part, right? If there's not natural cautions to create strategy where people can pit and use different options, if it just runs 50 laps, they throw the caution, run another 50 laps, everybody's gonna be on the same tires the whole time, and I don't know that will be good. The problem is that with a repave is even with a soft tire, I mean, hopefully it falls off, but a lot of times it doesn't. So we'll just have to get there and see how it is. But I applaud Goodyear and NASCAR and everybody for trying. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a step in the right direction, of course. I think there's a lot of positives coming from it. It would just be if you were taking that to a Richmond or a North Wilkesboro last year, I think it would be a totally different optic than what we have with the repave.
You guys are running the intermediate right side tires here at Darlington. Could you feel a difference from last year?
No, not really. I thought everything seemed pretty normal. Honestly, we had a really good car in practice. I'm really frustrated with my qualifying lap. I felt like I just underdrove turn 3. Man, it's hard sometimes with these groups and the amount of pickup and just understanding how far you can drive in the corner before it's too far, right? And I just screwed that up. So I'm pretty aggravated with myself right now. I feel like we have a really good car. I'm not sure that we're not one of the better cars on the long run out of everybody. So obviously starting in the back so make it tough, but we're just gonna have to grind it out and make something happen.
How hard is it to pass here?
I mean, it's going to be tough, I'm sure, but I had obviously experience in the 48, and I wouldn't call it a great one last year, but I learned a lot throughout that process that, I found myself at times probably just trying too hard, and you got the wall, toe link, your laps down, and so I think there's something to be said in just grinding it out and letting the pit crew do their job, letting Rodney do his job, and work on the car and call a good race and gain spots where we can. But it's definitely going to be a challenge, But I think if you have a good car, I feel like it's a little easier to pass at least.
3 top 10s in a row coming to Darlington, for the place you excelled at so much in Xfinity. Just what are thoughts heading into this weekend? So,
I'm excited for it. It's a fun racetrack and one of my personal favorites. So definitely got this one on the schedule for a while now, and it's been a good racetrack to me in the past. So our team's really excited. Our simulator sessions went good, and it's just an exciting time right now. So we're really focused and we're ready to go this weekend and try and keep going.
Yeah, had the penalty there earlier, but you've already climbed back in the top 20 in points. Just describe the chemistry and morale the team has, even in the face of uncertainty at the moment.
We're just trying to stick to what we know and work hard and prepare for each and every weekend and not let the outside noise distract us. There's obviously a lot of that going on right now, but I feel like if we can keep on doing our job as a group, there should hopefully be opportunity for us. So with that being said, I'm so thankful and grateful for the 10 team, our group of guys on this team. They work so hard, and I'm fortunate to be a part of it. So, we're not letting the outside noise distract us. We're just focused on the goal ahead and sticking to the plan and keeping our standard.
All right, thank you, Noah.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check one of those 2 videos out that we have right beside you. Visit Frontstretch.com for more great content.